Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm just live now. I know that I did not announce it previously that I'm going to be live, but I'm trying to do it at least one time per week, so I can come live and that's good for the community. So you can stay in contact with me. And you can ask your questions. You can give me some ideas about new topics that you would like to learn about. You can ask anything you want. So yes, I'm live now with you guys, hoping that we will have a good number of people who would like to ask questions and would like to maybe say something to me. And yeah, I'm here now. Just would like to hear from you anything you would like to say. Please, we are now in the channel. We speak in English here. So if you would like to write me, please do that in English and not on any other languages. Even though that you know that I know some other languages, but please write in English so everyone can understand what's happening in this live session. So I have a good news for you also before we start. The news is that I have passed successfully the exam of the CWNA, Certified Wireless Network Associate, one of the most important certificates that you can hold for wireless technology. So the certificate is vendor neutral, so you don't learn anything like how to configure, for example, on Cisco branch or on Juniper or on Microtik. You don't do any type of configuring something or some devices. That is just they speak about wireless as technology. So you just have to learn. And the book is like 1,000 something a page for that. I have the yeah. Actually, there is two books. There are two books in the market. One which is 1,000 something. Another one made by CWNP, which I have bought it from Amazon. And I used the second one, and then after I finished studying or reading the book, I decided to do the exam. I did not have a very, very good score, but a score enough to pass the CWNA because it's 60 questions, and all questions are multiple choice or single choice, I think, single choice. And the problem is that the 60 questions from a book which is full of details. So sometimes you can't really remember the details very, very easy. So it's a huge topic, to be honest, the CWNA and the wireless. But fortunately, I could pass it from the first try, and I'm happy and glad for that. So thanks a lot, Mr. Abdullah. Um, Another question we have here asking to start firewall course. I do have a firewall course for Microtik, but yeah, I understand you want for Fortinet, for Sophos, and uh, Palo Alto. Yes. The problem is that in the networking field, there are a lot of branch, and you can't, as a trainer, or let's say I can't, as a trainer, cover every single brand in the market. Even if I live all my life recording video courses, I will not be able before I die to cover all the vendors in the world because there are plenty. And also, please know that as a trainer, I have to study everything myself. I have to practice on it myself before I do the video courses, and I explain it to you. because I don't know all the vendors, and know any trainer, know all the vendors. There are some similarity between the brands, like what you do in Cisco, you can possibly find out how to do the same on it on Juniper or on other brands. Yes, but everyone has a different way to configure the things. It means that I have to buy the hardware, I have to practice on it, I have to discover, I have to study, I have to read, I have to, and then to be able to make the videos. So up to now, I have 67 video courses. And we're talking about 67 means the average of like 5 hours per course. So if you make a calculation, 67, you make it times 5 hours. So you can imagine how many hours I have recorded already. And all the work that I'm doing, I do it alone. So I do the videos. I do the first the what I want to speak in the course, the content. I do the recording. I do the editing. I publish the courses. I follow up with the students for their questions. I do everything. So back to your questions that you want Fortinet, Sophos, and Palo Alto. I understand that especially Fortinet is one of the best brand that is really like getting too fast in the market, and people are liking it a lot. But please understand that my time does not allow me that I can cover everything. I will do my best, but normally what I do, I just see where is my passion, and I see that like okay, I like Microtik, so I did everything possible on Microtik. Then I said Ubiquiti, I did also on Ubiquiti. So now I feel more like I'm really willing to learn more about wireless. So that's why I made first course. I'm doing now the second course, and then the certificate for it. So I can take one vendor a time to be able to do courses for it. Um, so that's the whole idea. Okay. Another question here we have. If you were to recommend a one failover method for Microtik, which is your preferred choice, recursive, NetWatch, or something else? NetWatch potentially looks faster. Actually, with the NetWatch, you need also to use recursive route. If I recall it well, because I did a course about it. So you need to create two routes, one to go to Google, to go from this ISP, to go Google DNS, one to go to Cloudflare, to go from this ISP. And then you run the NetWatch. Once the ping stop from that ISP to Google, then it will do the failover and so forth. So yes, NetWatch with recursive route, if you are using Microtik, that's the best to use. And I do have a course on my platform, mynetworktraining.com. You can go to that platform, make a registration monthly or yearly, or just buy the course single purchase, and you can learn failover. Guys, how do you see my courses, by the way? Well, do you have any comments on my courses? Do you have any recommendation? Because I get reviews on from my students normally on Udemy, but I don't have that on my platform, my network training. But I'm also interested to know the input and what things needs to be done or things to be changed or something new to make, something like this that will help a lot. So please, if you can give me your input from now on for like 2 minutes, just write for me what do you think about my courses, and if anything needs to be done to be done on the courses to be maybe better. Okay, let's see. So your courses were very informative to me, and I recommend it. I was able to achieve some small projects. Okay, very good, nice. And how do you see the course, how it is? Do you think that I need to do something more, or you think it's enough how it is? How do you normally or recommend, or what do you recommend to be done on the course or on the courses? Okay, now another thing that I would like to say here is that there is a very small angle for people looking at my books. So I see that the majority of my students, they are students who are watching my video courses, and I do have thousands and thousands of students on my video courses. But when we look to the books, I see that's much less. I think that also books are very important as well as the video courses. But I'm just curious to know, why do you think that you are more interested in video courses than reading a book? That most of them are made by me. I made them. So, what is the reason that you think that the video courses are better than books, or vice versa? If you say, well, we like books more than video courses, then I can focus on writing more books. So, what do you think about that? Okay, we have here Sir saying that I'm also considering your microtech courses for the new year when I'm free from my other commitment. Yeah, so you are, yeah, you are very welcome to take my courses online, and I think that I have had already a lot of people with my online courses and advanced their career as well. So someone is saying here that waiting for my next Mycotic course. Yeah, the issue is that Mycotic, I have already, I think, 45 online courses for Mycotic, just for Mycotic. So the choices that are available to make a new topic for Mycotic is very small. However, yesterday I was just looking into the Mycotic logging, chan logs, and I have seen that they have added something which is very interesting that was not on the older versions, not on version 6, not on version 5, not on any of those versions, which is a new routing protocol they have added. And it is now on the beta version, on version 7 beta, which is the latest one. And it's only on command line, which is intermediate system routing protocol, IS, intermediate system. That's a very nice step that Mycotic has done, that adding the intermediate system routing protocol on Mycotic, because this routing protocol can be used really on the core networks of the ISPs, and it helps a lot, and it has a lot of features. I know that protocol from Cisco, because I study it. By the way, I am a CCNP certified from Cisco, so I know very well Cisco. This protocol, one of the oldest protocol I can say, but it's very rich and very nice to be used. So this protocol is now available on command line on this testing version from Mycotic. It's not recommended that you use it yet, but I'm going to test it. I'm going to see if it's going to work, and I'm going to wait until they make the version to run on Winbox, because I wish that all my courses to be shown on Winbox rather than command line. I know that some people think that, yeah, I should add also on the video courses, I should add the command line. But hey, guys, why we need to work on command lines if we have Winbox in front of us and we can use Winbox everywhere? And it's widely used everywhere. So why do we really need to use the command line? I can understand on some products like Cisco or Juniper, command line is the only option. We have to learn it. But if you have Winbox, I don't see any reason why we really need to learn the command line. Anyway, when you see the command line, how it's written, you can figure out how things are being configured on Winbox, because it's not difficult to understand the command that are written on Microtech. So yes, there is a plan. Actually, there are 3 courses that are now in my pipeline for Microtech. I'm talking now. I'm planning to do the hotspot with User Manager version 7. I'm still discovering this myself, still playing with it. But there is a need that I make a hotspot course with user manager on version 7. That's a course that is in my plan. Another course that also from Microtech that is in my plan is to do the Wi-Fi Wave 2, which is 82.11ax, with Capsman version 3, which is for this new Wi-Fi Wave 2. Also, I need to discover everything myself. I have to test it. I have to work on it. Still not having the time to do that, but it is also in the pipeline that I have. The last one is the one that I just told you about it, the routing protocol, which is ISIS, intermediate system. Yes, I'm going also to make a course about it once they make the routing protocol available on Winbox on Microtech. Now, the other thing that would like to mention it here is that the courses that I have now on my platform and also on Udemy for Microtech, I can say that I have changed a lot of them to version 7, but the majority that are still on version 6. And the reason why I did not change them from version 6 to version 7, because there is no point to do that for some of the courses, because what you configure on version 6 on Winbox exactly the same you do it on version 7. So it's only like you see it's version 6 on top of the Winbox rather than version 7, but the same step, the same configuration, everything is the same. You do it on version 6 than on version 7. That's why I didn't want to waste my time just to re-record everything while everything is the same. Because if I record them, they will be on version 7, yes, but I will be repeating the same steps, the same labs, the same things, the same configuration. So there is no point to do that. Plus, there are still a lot of people still working on version 6. All right. Let's see if we have some other questions. Do you have a course Microtech Hotspot? Yes, I have a course for Microtech Hotspot, but on version 6. Version 7, as I said, it's a plan that I'm gonna make it anywhere soon. Okay, another question here. Someone is saying that I will buy one of your books as a Christmas present. That's a good idea for myself. So I can read it in the plan when I go to Algiers. I think you mentioned you want to say Algeria here, maybe with Christmas. So very good. They are just buy the book. There are all the books are nice, but if you want to read something which you haven't seen it much anywhere, there is a very small book that I read. I wrote it for multicast, which is very nice how you can do multicast using Microtech product. So this is a very nice book you can buy, but otherwise all the books are good. The last book that or the latest book that I wrote is for security. That's also a very nice book. All right, guys. So do you have any question for me, guys? Okay, but I didn't have any feedback from you about how do you see my courses and if you need something to be added or to be changed or to be adjusted and anything. So I really would like to get feedback about that from you. It's very important for me. Yeah. So um, okay. So which question, Mr. Steve? You said see my question above about the failover. I think that's what you mentioned. That your question. I already answered to that question. Okay. So we have a question here. Why is PCC on some other tutorials use no mark first? Um, so actually, with PCC, you have to mark the packet or the connection. That's the right way to do it. Everyone has a way to do configuration, but the right way to do it is to mark the connection, and and then I can't recall now in my top of my head all the steps for the PC how to make it, but I'm sure that you need to make the marking. That's very important. Okay, thanks, Richard. Richard said that the courses are perfect, tempo and also in depth. The depth perfect. So that's thanks for that. Thanks for this feedback. Um, Okay, Steve, I have already answered you. So to make it brief about your question, you have to use the recursive and the net watch together for the failover. If you rewatch the recording of this live session, you can see more explanation when I answer to your question. But definitely, you have to use the net watch with the recursive routes. Okay. Now another question for you guys. Are you normally following me on Udemy or you following me on my website, my network training? So which platform you normally follow me? And why not on my network training? Because that's really, if you are in Udemy, it's fine. But my network training is my own platform. So of course, um, Udemy is fine, but I can't prefer it over my own platform, to be honest. And I always say to my students, please go to my network training um, because that's my platform. That's all the courses are mainly made for my network training, but I make copies and put them on Udemy. If my platform will be more healthy. It's healthy, but if it's much healthier than now, I may consider to be only on my own platform. That's possible, just to focus more on one place. Because now I have students asking me questions here on my network training, asking me questions on Udemy. Sometimes I don't. Yeah, I don't have the time to answer all of them. Sometimes, a lot of times, I miss a lot of questions to answer them. It's one man show, so I cannot do everything at the same time. Okay, okay, Richard, you are from my, you want to follow me on my network training doing the OSPF. OSPF on this is a very good protocol. It's on version 7 also. It's the best to do the SPF as routing protocol, dynamic routing protocol, if you want to configure everything inside your network. Because on MikroTik there is OSPF and there is RIP. RIP is not the best to use anymore, even though that Microtik supported. OSPF is the protocol to use now. With the ISIS that is coming now, intermediate system, then they will have three choices to choose between. And there is a lot of things which are similar between OSPF and ISIS, because intermediate system ISIS is based on shortest path first as well, like OSPF. Okay. Another question about PCC. Then I saw also your PC course. You did not use inverted line and extra tab, while most of YouTube tutorials use it. What's the difference? So again, as I said to you, everyone has a way to make configuration. He has his own way to do it. What I do normally is when I want to explain about something, I do it. I'm sure that it is working, and it's working perfectly, because I'm just giving this information for people and they're paying for it. So that's why I'm always very careful that all the information are correct and they're working. I understand that there are some other people, they do videos on YouTube here and there. They make something possibly in a different way. But my way that I do, how I did the PCC, I'm 100% sure that this is correct, and it has been applied to many customers and they don't have any complaints. What you can do if you want to check the difference, apply both PCC configuration, mine and the others, test it. So apply mine, test it for 2-3 days, then apply the second one, test it for 2-3 days, and then you can see if there is any difference and if one works better than the others, and if you will have problems on any of them. But as far as I know, and mine is follow the what is normally explained on a wiki from Microtik. So yeah, I hope I could answer your question. Okay. So, by the way, are there any one of you interested to follow an official training, Microtik training with me? So, if you are based in Europe, that's very easy. We can do training at my place if you come to the Netherlands. Possibly also that we can do the training. I teach it online, and then you come to the Netherlands to do the exam. Even if you are from outside Europe, but you can get or you can enter to the Netherlands. So yeah, we can manage that as well. So please, guys, I'm also a Microtik certified trainer, and also that's something I like to do, which is teaching students live. So if you wish to take an official course with me, please write me an email to info@mynetworktraining.com. So tell me how many students you are and what course you wish to follow, and then I will be happy to assist you. A very interesting thing that you have to do is to become certified. The information by itself is important, but having the information and having a certificate with you will convince the employers, will convince the new companies, will convince everyone that I have a certificate here and I hold a certificate, and it has a value. So if you wish to follow, I know that you may be in some countries where you have already trainers. You can follow with them without the need of travel. But if you wish to take the training with me personally, so I deliver it for you. So I'll be very, very happy to assist you. Just write me to info. Let me write you my email. info@mynetworktraining.com. So this is my email. You can just write me to that email, And also, if you are, for example, a group of 5 to 10 students, and you want to take the training, and you want this training to happen in your place, you can contact me, and I will see my time if I'm able to come to your place to deliver the training for you and you do the exam. For my side, I prefer that trainings happens. I know that some people will say that's how come you are asking for that, but I normally, because I'm very busy during the weekdays, so I prefer the training to happens on Saturday and Sunday if possible, because then I have my weekdays to be able to do my videos and stuff like that. So any course normally from Microtech can take 2 days and or 1 day. It depends on the level of the students. Of course, Microtech recommend like the MTCNA to be 3 days if you don't have any knowledge, if you don't have any background. But if you are already having the background, it can be done by 2 days. The engineering level, they recommend to be 2 days, uh, most of them. But if you have the knowledge, it can be done also in 1 day. So yeah, if you are interested, please let me know, write me, and I will be happy uh, to assist you. Also, I will put for you my WhatsApp number. There is you can write me on WhatsApp on this number. There is my phone number, and I have WhatsApp there. You can just write me and tell me that if you are interested for a training or for anything else. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay, do we have any other more questions, guys? Do you have questions, guys? I see the number of people is decreasing now. I'm not sure if we should end the session. Okay. All right. So I thank you very much, guys, for the time you spent watching this live session with me. And it's always nice that to communicate with you and to be in the same place together with you, because normally you see me a lot online and I don't see you, but now you are interacting with me, so that's something I really like it. If you have any question to me, please write me on my WhatsApp number, write me on my email, and also please don't forget, if you want to register to any of my courses, do that on my own platform, mynetworktraining.com. That would be very nice. All right. I thank you very much, guys, for the time you spent watching this live session, and till next time.